Let's do this. Let's do this.
Welcome back to I Hate That Shit, a podcast about hating shit and loving life. Here we are, back again with your host.
Hi, guys. It's Bonnie. Hope this finds you well. And Happy New Year to all you bitches out there. Love you all. All right, see, I did good, huh?
So polite.
Didn't you see the Facebook page and the Instagram page, what it said? To those who...
I saw it, I just don't remember it.
That I've offended.
You were nice because, Haley was nice to you this week. You should be happy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really? Why?
I'll show you one of the pictures I sent her.
Oh... I'm sure it was pretty bad. I'm sure it was pretty bad.
Wasn't bad, but you wouldn't have been. You would have definitely
been pissed off.
Harsher with the bitch ass when I walked in the door today.
Oh, okay, whatever. I would have gotten over it though. You know that.
Yeah, you would have just kept bringing it up. Giving me shit. She always says she doesn't care, but then she keeps bringing it up and bringing it up.
It doesn't mean if I really cared, and people will know this. If I cut you out of my life, it's because you handed me the scissors. Well, just remember that. So, it's all good, Liz. Anyway.
On to more important things than Bonnie and myself.
Yeah. Can you believe
we
that?
have a super duper special guest. A
super
first
duper.
timer.
Yes. Erica.
Hi guys, thanks for having me here.
Yes,
Welcome
we're excited. I mean, you're our first guest in the new year.
Woo!
Isn't that nice?
First one always the best.
That's right. See, so what are you coming in to talk about today? What do you got? What's on your mind?
Just letting shit go as far as like parenthood and like milestones and the expectations.
Yeah. Yes. I agree with that. I think if lots more people, like how I've been your friend for a while now. I've seen you have 2 babies, and I think you're doing good. But let me tell you though, people, she used to be pretty stressed out. She was kind of frazzled. And you saying learning to let go of milestones. What do you mean by that?
Well, my son is 3 years old. He's almost 4, and at around 1 year, we noticed that he wasn't really meeting his milestones as far as like with speech and expression. So I began to get really, really concerned and suspect that he was on the spectrum for autism. And I would just freak out like, oh my gosh, he's not meeting his milestones. Oh my gosh, he's not eating the most healthy foods. But I mean, what helped me kind of let go is the fact that like, my child is happy at our house. He loves being with his mom and dad.
Yes.
We have a happy home and he eats.
Yes. Exactly.
And he does get better every day.
He does, exactly.
And that's the important part.
It is.
So is it like he was just a little bit behind or like a full blown?
He was
nonverbal.
He was pretty much nonverbal, and at around like 3 is when he began to start really talking. Like,
so he like, just developed.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why letting go of that milestone. It's just like mothers who think that, well, my baby's 8 months old, but she has compared to a 4-month-old baby that has all their teeth. And at 8 months older, she's like, oh, am I doing something wrong? I mean, people really have to let that shit go.
That's like you always hear about parents. They're like, my kid's not walking. My kid, everybody else's age should be walking. My baby should be walking.
Right.
Why is he not walking? And then one day, like a few months later, they just get up and run and they never stop.
Exactly.
That made me realize, like, even though, again, I'm not a parent,
you've been around them though.
I've been around them. All my friends have babies.
Exactly.
I'm at that age where all my friends have babies. But you watch them stress about those same things, or if they're not doing as great in school or whatever.
Right.
little thing they're not getting to, and they're like, am I doing something wrong? It's like, no,
No.
sometimes kids just need time.
They do. They catch up on their own.
Yeah.
I mean,
When they're ready.
I was 30 before I learned algebra. So what does that tell you?
Do you know algebra now?
I do now, but I'm telling you, my first year in college, my professor, my math teacher, my algebra at midterms came up to me and says, you really should drop this class.
Did you tell him I can't?
He's like, you're not going to pass. Seriously. Of course, I dropped the class. I was like, okay. I mean, but... And then when I went back to school, I had a teacher, because of course I needed that class.
Yeah.
I had a teacher that taught it to me just the way I needed to be taught it. And then it was like this light bulb came on.
Mm-hmm.
It was so wild because you're like, really?
Yeah.
That's not that
It's easy.
hard. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was having this block with X's and O's and numbers and letters being together. It was so wild, and I just had someone that taught it to me just the way I need it.
Yeah.
So reaching that milestone, I understand.
The funny part about it is Alex started walking at around 10 months. Like he was like 9 months, almost 10 months.
Mhm.
It's just he wasn't doing the speech part necessarily yet.
Oh, he's a good kid.
He is a good kid and he's smart. I'm
Well-
sorry, I know I'm biased. That's my own kid. But
No.
he's smart. He likes his shapes. His
He's
numbers,
very defiant, though, you guys. Believe me.
ABCs.
He's a boy for sure. I mean, what else? What else is going on with that? I mean, with the way you feel about parenting.
The heartbreak. I'm not gonna lie. The heartbreak I struggle with over the fact that he's not potty trained either. I mean,
Do you think
But
that has
how-
to do with where he's at? I mean, or do you think it's because you don't whip his ass?
Well, how old is he?
he's almost 4. I think
Still, that's not bad.
I think it's
Not the
I think it's more
worst.
behavioral on this part. He's well aware what a potty is and
Yeah.
that he needs to go, but he is, like Bonnie said, he's being defiant.
He is
He's just-
defiant.
he just
Boys are harder
refuses,
anyway.
so.
Yeah.
They're just harder anyway.
That's why they make all those games for boys.
Yeah.
In the bathroom.
With the toilet.
Yeah, they had
have
like
one of
the
those.
little hoops or something. I've had friends tell me about that. I'm like,
I have this
You know
frog
it's true.
urinal. I have this frog urinal with this tongue, so when the boy pee-pees, it hits the tongue and it spins. He won't use that either.
Oh,
I was like, this is so
Jesus. Are
like,
you
how come
serious?
girls
Has
can't have
he
cool
seen
stuff
Dad
like
do that?
He's seen Daddy go to the potty, and I've tried throwing Cheerios in there to see if he can get targeted. I was like, that might be fun.
Yeah.
Any,
You haven't
anything
heard
you
of
can-
that, Bonnie?
anything? Yeah, you.
Yeah,
a
that's
friend
like
told me about
that's
it.
like the games.
Cheerios.
Like they have
You
like
told
all-
So
It's
you,
like a
so they
target.
like they
you
like a
put
target.
couple- yeah.
So they have their little wee wee and they're trying to hit the target. Come on
Yeah.
now.
That way, number
No.
one, they want to go to the potty because it's a game,
This
and
is a
number two,
game.
they don't potty all over your walls
Oh.
and floors and toilet.
I don't know about that one. I'm like
Whatever.
So trying to
Cheerios.
get them to
Whatever
get
works,
it
Bonnie.
in.
That's so funny, man.
Whatever works.
That's a good one. Hey, whatever works is right.
People
Cheerios.
can
That's kind of
comment
funny.
and let us know
What you
games
think?
they do.
Yeah, that would be
How
funny.
they teach their kids.
Yeah, that would be
What
funny.
worked for your kids?
Yeah.
Honestly?
Yeah.
For me, just a good ass whipping.
Especially the stubborn
That's
ones.
it. Yeah, just a good ass whooping works
Short
on my
of
kid.
whooping their ass.
I will
Exactly.
pop him. I will pop him every now and again, but I don't even like doing that.
Oh,
I-
God,
I
of course
got
you
ass
don't.
whoopings growing up.
So did I.
just don't wanna- don't
No,
wanna
I didn't
do
even
my
get ass
kid.
whoopings. I got beatings.
I feel like it's crazy. though.
I'm telling you,
Because
man.
like you think about it, right? When
Woo-hoo.
you're trying to potty train, boys get all the games and the fun stuff.
It's true.
And girls have to just sit on a toilet
True.
for 30 minutes and see if
Yeah.
they have to go potty.
He doesn't care about any of that stuff.
And you're like,
Yeah,
why do we get
Yeah.
tortured in it and they get games?
they get games.
Like,
Is it because we sit and they stand?
yeah.
It
yeah.
has to be that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's what it is. But
It
I
is.
mean, they have a more motivating, even though sometimes they're stubborn and don't want to
Oh,
do
he
it.
is stubborn for
But
sure.
Yeah.
It
You
sucks.
think I
It's
always
funny.
talking about that. I always remember it was like when they were trying to potty train kids, they would just sit the girls on the potty and be like,
Right.
You're gonna sit here until you go, or you have to stay here
Right.
for X amount of time.
It's true. It's true. That's how I was probably trained.
That's crazy.
But yeah, beating their asses always works too, though.
I've tried like popping him, but it doesn't work. He doesn't care about that. He won't go regardless. But I'm at this point where I'm like, you know what? He will go when he's ready. The more I try to force him to do it, the worse it is.
He's definitely that kid.
One day he'll
He's-
do
he's
it,
just
and
gonna-
you'll be
he's
so
gonna click
happy.
and he's
He already knows how. He just don't want to.
Yeah.
He's defiant. Like he is defiant like that. But you know
need
what?
to stop letting him hang around Bonnie.
Hey. I just know it takes one to know one, and he is. He already tried my patience already today. He did.
Did he?
Yeah, he did. And he just looked. Oh, and I was like, what now? What now? Just kidding. I love him. I love you, Alec.
Do you think it's harder disciplining kids, like, especially when you got, because your kids are adorable.
They are adorable.
Thank you.
They are
You
adorable.
like to look at them and you like put on the mean mommy voice, like no,
She don't know that voice.
or put your foot down and have to like look at this cute little face.
We had to
And,
teach her to get
no,
over that.
No matter what, you're not getting the candy. You're not going outside to play. You have to wear a jacket. All that. Is it harder? And I mean Bonnie too. Your kids are all right.
Yeah, they're all right.
The grandkids are cute though.
They are cute.
But you don't have to discipline them.
No. But you know what? I don't know. I feel like sometimes I still discipline the older two.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, mine.
But I feel like at this point they're adults. It's
They
easier
are.
to look them in the face. But when they were
Right.
kids, when they were babies like hers,
Did I love them more?
no, was it harder to discipline them?
No. No.
Was it harder to look in that little face and say,
No. Because they
Absolutely not.
No, because they pissed me off. So the love was gone. It's just like, you know, it's always that deep abiding, you know, rooted love. But that surface shit that we deal with on a daily basis, that shit's gone. It's like, no, get over here. Pop, pop, pop. Go to your room. Know this, know that. No. It was not. No. It's, nah. I'm just a bitch. I'm just a bitch.
are you a bitch now, or are you just
She's not a
you're
bitch.
still a sucker for it?
She's still a sucker. Go ahead, admit
I'm
it.
not a bitch, but it's like I do pick and choose my battles. with
You
them.
should. That's
Yeah,
good.
Especially when they're so small.
They are.
They are
They are
they're not
little.
teenagers
Literally
yet.
They're not.
So I mean,
They're not even 7 and 8 yet, because it changes.
So yeah, I don't know. I feel like since I'm at this, I had kids a little bit later, and so I'm just at this point of my life where it's just I'm really patient with them. I don't know.
No, that's good. Patience is a very, very important part of having children. It really is being a parent. That's to me is the hard part.
Yeah.
I mean, having patience because you look at them and you love them and you know that they're gonna do something so fucked up, even at or the wise or they cry because they can't have what they want, and you have to
or
be
they cry
patient.
because they do get what they want.
Yeah,
Those
You
are
have to
always
be-
my favorites.
I like those ones too.
I love
Shoot.
doing like I would babysit my nieces or my friends' kids, and it's like they'd be like, "I want this." Like, no, well, I want it. Like, fine, whatever. Here,
Mhm.
and then they cry because
They got it.
they got exactly what they wanted.
They're emotional. Kids are very emotional. They really are.
Yes.
I mean, and
I get
someone-
it. They don't know
yeah,
how to control them.
They
Yeah,
don't.
Yeah.
They don't.
But sometimes you just look at them like, you wanted Cheerios. Here's the Cheerios.
Yeah.
Why are you crying? Because you wanted Cheerios.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you
Mhm.
wanted 3 of them, not 4.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
just don't eat the 4th one.
Yeah. Whitney.
Sad.
Yeah. Whitney has called me up and has actually said, "Mama, now I understand why you yelled at us." You know, and I'm like, okay, what did I want to do? Or and it's just because you lose patience. That's all. You know, I mean, oh my God, you guys, sorry. My phone just went off.
It happens.
Oops, sorry. That's what, twice?
That's more than twice.
It's Tanner, you guys, by the way. Sorry, Tanner, I'll call you later. I'm in the middle of a podcast. But anyway, I think that when now that Whitney and Summer, they have children of their own like you do, and you being around your nieces and nephews and everybody, all your friends' kids, and me having them too myself, I think you do realize that for me, parenting was about the mindset, like we were talking about earlier. And just like how you feel like you've overcome certain those milestones. There was another one we were talking about too, that you said that it was the milestones, letting go of, what was the other one? What was on your list that you wanted to talk about?
Also like the expectation that you have to like keep your house pristine.
Oh, please.
Is that a real thing? I thought that was just in movies.
It's on the movies and on TV. Come on now.
And in mom groups, come on.
Really?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Like
They say that. Oh,
Wait,
God.
I don't know. Like, I feel like social media mom groups are so full of shit.
Full of
Toxic.
shit. They
They-
are
They're
toxic.
toxic.
They take pictures the second they clean their house, and then 2 seconds later, their kids come running in and act like kids, and they just show you that nice.
What
I
gets
agree with
me
that.
is like some of the videos I watch on there about moms saying like, you know, the same thing we're saying, like, you know, like the expectation of keeping your house clean. This is what a house full of kids looks like.
It's called
And-
living.
And then you got some really mean moms in the comments like, I would never keep my house that disgusting. And I'm just like, how can people be so toxic? I mean, the mom is probably tired.
Yeah, exactly.
That they're either lying,
Yes.
blatantly lying, or their kids are miserable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Truth.
Because they're so strict.
Hashtag
They're
truth.
so strict, like you can't play in the house, you can't run
Yeah.
in the house, you can't do anything anywhere.
No, it's supposed to be a museum house, you know.
You have to
the
mind
model
your P's
home.
and Q's at all times.
Fuck that shit. That ain't living.
I used to get so frustrated. Like, I clean up the living
Stupid.
room and all the toys were picked up. And then all of a sudden the kids are just like throwing the toys on the floor. Like,
They
no,
live
I
th-
just cleaned
they
it.
live there too.
Yeah.
They
And
live there too.
I realized, I'm like, my kids are here. They're happy. They be with their parents. They're
Yeah.
having so much fun. They love it here. So that's one of the things I let go to. I'm like, they're happy. I'll clean whatever.
Yeah.
they go to
Exactly.
bed.
I
That's
feel like that's the more
the
important
thing you do learn. You learn to do everything when they're in bed.
Mhm.
I mean, I
Yeah.
think that's why I'm a night owl on top of living in Arizona, because it's hot to do shit during the day. But I think the kids would be in bed, so you'd clean. That would be the only chance I got to read a book
Mhm.
or you know, catch up on whatever, because the house is quiet. You know, you got to clean it up. And then they're gonna get up, maybe do a little bit of a tornado, but not too bad, and then they're out off to school. You know, so
or not.
or
in your
not.
case.
But I mean, even still though, I mean, once the house is clean when they get up in the morning, I think that they appreciate it. But then as the day wears on, you know,
Kids are
life
kids.
exactly, and you're living life. You know, here you want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. That jelly and peanut butter is gonna be somewhere on the floor besides just in their mouth. You know,
Mhm.
If you're lucky, it's on the floor.
Yeah,
Otherwise, it's going on the couch.
you
the
know
bedding,
it.
the
It's true,
towels.
right?
Mhm.
So you let that all go?
Yes, I think my kids actually. I think my kids actually get confused when I clean up. Like that, the living room will be clean. I'm like, why aren't there toys on the floor? So I think they need to restore balance and just throw everything on the floor. That's what I think. What happens at least.
Well, you know,
But I
it's
think
okay.
the difference is like you said that you became a mother later in life, whereas
Mhm.
Bonnie, you were pretty young,
No, I wasn't.
weren't you?
No, I was
Wait.
25.
Mid-20s.
25, 27.
Still.
I wasn't 18 if that's what you
No,
were
no.
implying.
I no. I
was
thought you were
31 when
like
I had Alec.
25, 27, I think those are good years to have kids.
Yeah.
You're still young enough. I mean, and you're
just a little
still
more mature. You're still running around calling people bitch ass.
Exactly. I'm still doing that now. But I mean, I was in my 40s
Did
when
you
they
call your kids
graduated.
that when they were little?
What do you think? Of course.
Get over here, little bitch ass.
Bitch asses. I don't think that was the word I had for them. Summer's actually her nickname was Sugar Bear. She was my sugar bear.
That's so cute.
She was my sugar bear. Anyway,
Was she the favorite?
no, I didn't have favorites.
Like how you say that and immediately laugh. Can't even get through the word.
Tell me after the podcast.
You can tell us. It's just us.
You
in the
know
room,
what?
Bonnie. It's
I
just
would.
us.
You know what? If I did have a favorite, I would say so. I mean, if
depending
I
on
have
how
to,
their attitudes were that
yeah, I
day.
mean, it fluctuates. Shit, who's gonna give me this on this day? Who's gonna do that for me on
Who's
this
gonna piss me
day?
off this week?
Exactly.
Is Whitney acting right or being
Or
ugly?
summer, yeah, it just depends. I mean, seriously, I didn't play favorites. I mean, most of the way the kids grew up, it was like a crew. They grew up as a crew. It was the four of them: Sasha, Whitney, Summer, and Derek. And so most of the time, they either got punished altogether because they all were in the same shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or they protected each other, and one of them took the hit. I was always the one that took the hit in my family too.
Aww.
I was that sibling. You're welcome, sisters. Anyway, what else, honey? What else you got for us? Huh?
I just had something on my mind and it slipped my mind. What was it?
Was it about the kids?
Yeah, it was something related to the kids. Oh man, I can't.
So what do both sets of parents think about how you're doing? Have they said that you're doing a good job? Have they said that to you? Isn't it the best?
Yes, they're like, you're doing a great job, a phenomenal job. I'm so proud of you, and that always makes me feel really good because I'm just like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. What are you guys talking about? What do you see? I'm just.
There's no manual for it, that's for sure. I mean, I've been living across the street from you, and I would say you're doing a good job. That's how I met Cynthia. One of the first things, we were here in the house. I mean, we hadn't even been in the house probably 2 weeks yet. And it was April. So, of course, I had the front door open. And she was coming out of the garage, and the kids were, that was 6 years ago. So they were like 4 and 5, 3 and 4, right? Something like that, 3 and 4. And I heard her yelling at them, and she sounded just like me. And I was like, I gotta go meet this person. I did. I opened up the door and I went across the street and I said, "You're a good mom." I was all like, and I'm your new neighbor. But I mean, because it was really refreshing to hear a parent not try to pretend to be
The perfect parent.
The one that, and no one was around, so she didn't know. I mean, but I heard her and I was like, yeah, go girl. Sounded like the way I disciplined my children. And they love her to death. You know how they love her. I mean, and I think a lot of that is missing in parenting is that it's okay to not be great at everything. Mm-hmm. And if you don't know, ask. Mm-hmm. There's all right with not being great at everything. And our kids are not always going to be the perfect child. I mean, they're just not. And I think if you prepare yourself for that, then the shock isn't so bad when they do something that you're like, are you fucking kidding me? That's totally out of character for that child. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Summer did that. Whitney was on point. She was a teenager from the word go. Everything that comes with that teenage angst, everything. But Summer, she didn't become a rebel till she was like 17. And it kind of like, it hit me. I was like, what the fuck? This child's bad. I was like, what?
Do you find yourself
wow
hearing your mother come out?
Oh, yeah.
When you start talking to your kids?
Oh, yeah.
Like all the little stuff that like your mom would say that annoyed the shit out of you. And you're like, shut up. I don't
what? I
you
know.
wouldn't say shut up.
Yeah, but you're thinking
you
it.
thought it.
You sure did. You sure did.
But and then you hear your kids do something and you just hear her voice come right out and you're like, what?
Yeah. Oh no, true.
I didn't know
that is so true.
Where's that
yeah.
coming from?
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
It is weird. But I mean, because we're mothers. I mean, we're not even so much mothers, we're female. Mm-hmm. And I think that has a lot to do with it because we are female. And you take those words that, like I said, have been abided and deeply rooted in you.
Yeah.
And you just, sometimes it just comes out.
Especially when I'm talking to kids, like I hear my mom come out and these words that nobody else says. that she was the only one around me that ever said it, and it would come. I hear it come out my mouth, and I'm just
You're
like,
fuck. Yeah.
that was weird.
Yeah. It is weird. It is, but I think it's a good thing. I remember the first time my mom told me I was doing a good job too, because parenting is not for everybody. It really is. It's not. Just because you can have a baby, don't mean you should have a baby.
Yeah, and stop
Sorry.
knocking the people that choose not to.
Yeah,
What was that?
it's okay.
I said, stop knocking the people who choose not to.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
It's a responsible choice.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Because you better be ready for the ups and the downs, the ins and the outs, the disappointments, the joys, the sorrows, all of it. All of it. And that's just how I feel about parenting. But when you get out on it on the other side, when they are fully functioning adults of society that are out on their own, then you're like, I did it.
What about when they have kids? Obviously, your kids are way too young.
Yeah.
To
This is
kinda-
directed at me.
But you can think.
See the
maybe.
future.
Yeah.
I tried with the girl. Don't
when
work.
you look at your kids and you see them raising
Mm-hmm.
kids,
Mm-hmm.
does that like make you proud, or does it kind of trip you out a little bit, or is it
It trips me out.
like you look at them like I did, like a reaffirmation of
Oh, that too.
doing-
That always is there. But
yeah.
I can honestly say I did not think Whitney and Summer would have children. I really didn't think I was going to be a grandparent. I swear. I mean, if you would have known them when they were teenagers, you guys, I'm serious. You know, and early adults, there's no way. I was like, I'm never going to be a grandma. No. You know, but they both have blessed me with one of each, so I'm happy. But yeah, I can sit here and I can say I have good, young, strong females for daughters,
Mhm.
and they're smart as whip. I mean, they're like me. They're awesome. You know, that's all I got to say about that. Am I wrong? No, I'm not. Am I wrong?
No.
All right then.
You
I'm
are
not
also
even gonna ask
right.
Liz anyway. All right. Are we good? Are we good? Are we good? You got anything else to add?
Oh, just the importance of self-care.
Ooh.
When I first
Yes.
had Alec,
Yes.
when
Very
I had
good.
Alec, I lost myself. I didn't know
Mhm.
who I was anymore.
Mhm.
I was just
She did.
living, breathing, robotic wife, mom.
You were.
Yeah.
She really, really was.
Until like recently, when I realized, like, you know what, I really need the self-care. When it's time for bed at 7:30, it's time for bed. Mommy needs
That's
time
right.
alone.
That's
to just
right.
Be herself. Like I'm beginning into books, into art.
Good.
It's just making me feel like myself again.
Good.
Yeah.
You do. Self-care is very important.
That's one thing I do notice about a lot, especially first time.
Yes,
moms.
it's the first time.
It's
moms,
like
yes.
because you get so scared
Mhm.
because you don't know what you're doing,
Mhm.
and they just end up being a mom
Yeah.
Mhm.
or a wife.
Mhm.
She was both, and that's all she did.
Mhm.
And
Like
she's
they'll
a nurse.
introduce themselves as I'm so and so's mom, and you're like,
Right.
I don't even know your
Yes.
kid.
Right.
I don't.
Right.
This isn't a school function or a
Exactly.
kids party. Like you could just say,
Right.
I'm Bonnie. I'm
Right.
Erica.
Right.
Yes, I was miserable.
But they get so into it that like they are defined
Yeah.
Mhm.
by their child.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is important.
It
too.
is. She need it. I mean, she's a nurse too, you guys. So, yeah.
What?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. So,
I was impressed before. Now.
yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, and self-care is that I would even put that at the top of my list.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, I already have been practicing self-care most of my life, you know. My favorite thing is deep couch sitting, and you know, I just
Nobody
it.
doubts any of that.
self-care is important, man.
Nobody doubts that
I mean,
Bonnie put.
Even when I didn't
Bonnie
have
at
any
the top of the
money, you
list.
know that's true. Even when I didn't have any money, I would find a way to have some self-care, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Whatever your.
Yeah, your self-care, whatever helps you with your therapy.
Yeah.
You know, it's true. It's for real, for real.
Yeah. I was just thinking how your I mean, your inner child needs love too. I know that sounds lame, but
No, it doesn't.
Your inner child definitely needs love, and I felt like when I was ignoring my inner child, like wanting to play and stuff, it's
Right.
just the drinking increased. I'm not gonna lie, I was really into the mama
Girl,
culture.
there ain't no wrong with that.
Well, I was doing it a lot, and I realized I was doing it a lot because I was stressed, and I had to take a step back.
Right.
And just.
I can look back now too. I mean, the kids have been out of school. I mean, whatever. Let's just say, give or take 10 years plus, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm telling you, my wine intake was huge.
Yes, exactly.
I should just say my liquor intake was huge. I look back on, there's no way I could drink that way now. Mm-hmm. No way. Mm-hmm. And the people that know, they know, it's just, there's no way. But I get that. I mean, there's an anchor on TV. She calls wine her mommy juice. I just love that. It's so funny. The mommy juice.
The mommy juice.
I love that.
Juice.
It is mommy juice, or whatever it could be. It's good. Mm-hmm. Well, at least you know that you're self-aware enough to know that it's okay to back off and reassess shit. Mm-hmm. And now you have, and look at you now. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I am proud. I see her. I saw her struggling across the street, but she wouldn't take my advice until she did.
People gotta learn.
I know. Me and Cynthia harped on her for a while. Just remembering to take care of yourself.
Neighborhood bullies.
Oh yeah. Who's worse? Cynthia's worse than me, huh? The neighborhood bullies.
No, I love you both.
That means you're worse. You just don't want to say it.
It's true.
No, I really do. I love you and Cynthia. I think you guys.
She's lying, you guys. It means me.
You're definitely the bigger bully.
Stop! No, I think you guys are great.
I don't even care.
That's my 2 cents.
Of course, it is your 2 cents. I would never ask you anything. Oh, I do have to say this though. Liz took me to lunch on Friday. Or did we go on Friday? Yeah, because we were gonna podcast and we're like, we're chilling. Yeah. We're not gonna do it today. Man,
wait.
Did you go home and rest?
I did.
Oh, good for you. I'm very proud of you. I hope you're changing too in the new year too, realizing that you need self-care. Make sure she needs self-care too. Mm-hmm. I already have
y'all can take that shit down. Okay. I know.
Whatever.
I know what I gotta do.
Oh, look at her. She's all, I know it's just, what I gotta do.
Don't do it.
It's
just the problem.
Don't do it. Well, on that note.
Bonnie just wants me to quit all my jobs and sit around and smoke weed.
Well, this is there's so many announcements I want to say to our audience and stuff, but I can't yet. But I will one day. But Liz is right about that. Hopefully soon. Yes.
Yeah.
So
that's the ideal world.
Yeah.
For Bonnie.
Yes. Which is what?
Sitting around smoking weed all day.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Deep couch sitting.
Oh yeah.
Smoking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With my favorite people.
Yeah.
Snoop would be one of them. It would be Snoop, Jesus, Cynthia, those people to sit around and smoke weed with me.
I could have sworn Snoop said he was.
He's lying. That was a lie.
No.
It was for a commercial or now.
Yeah, it was for some product that he ended up selling.
Yeah.
Or sponsored by or something.
No. Snoop, Jesus, and Cynthia.
And it was like a edible or something.
Yeah.
Or a vape or something.
I guess I should put Rocco in that too, but he doesn't smoke, so it doesn't matter.
Thank you.
So yeah. What about you?
Did Jesus smoke a lot of weed?
I don't know, but he's on my list.
Was marijuana very prevalent in the Middle East?
Who knows, right?
And
they have poppy over there, poppy seed. We know it came from the Middle East.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't there be marijuana over there? It is by God. It's by God, right? So if it's by God, it should be, and it's from the earth. He had control of the earth, so I'm sure he probably went like that and had a nice rolled one. Boom, right in his hand. And just went like that and it lit up. Shit, I could see that.
Turn water into wine and a stick into a joint.
Yeah, see?
Heathen.
Hey,
Heathen.
I'm just joshing. But anyway, Oh,
You need
it's been
Jesus.
whatever. It's been a good conversation.
It has.
I've liked that. See, what do you think about coming on and podcasting with us?
Yeah, I would love to come again.
See, it's not that bad,
It
huh?
was fun.
Welcome anytime.
Yeah, and Liz is a pretty good host, huh?
Yes.
She's all right. You guys,
I do a mediocre job.
you do a good job. Me, well, we already know how I do. But anyway, you guys, this is 2024. Go out there and live it. Live it up. Live it up. You don't know what tomorrow might bring. So, on that note, don't let shit get you down. You're not alone. We're all in this shit together. Don't forget that. Peace.